neither by the Samnites nor by Carthage, not by Hispania or Gaul, nor even by the Parthians. Has Rome suffered more harsh lessons? The East may mock with Crassus's slaughter, yet it pales against Germania's impact. The Germans crushed or captured Carbo, Cassius, Aurelius Scarus, Servilius, Caepio, and Mallius Maximus, stripping the Republic of 5 consular armies almost in a single stroke. Even Augustus could not escape humiliation, losing Varus and 3 legions. Tacitus Germania, penned in 98 AD, captures the terror these tribes instilled in Roman minds. At its zenith, Rome dominated the Mediterranean. Yet in the forests and bogs of Germania, it found an equal and relentless foe. Here were warriors who thrived in chaos, who dictated the terms of engagement, and punished Roman overreach with ruthless precision. Time after time, Germania humiliated Rome, forcing the empire to retreat, fortify, and accept that this land would never obey Roman law. Why did Rome fail to conquer Germania? Geography, climate, and fear explain much. Tacitus framed Germania as alien and untamed. Rivers, mountains, and oceans divided it from Gaul, the Pannonians, the Sarmatians, and the Dacians, with vast, unknown lands scattered across endless islands. For Romans, it was not merely territory, it was a hostile, almost supernatural wilderness. Strabo and Pliny attempted rational measurements. Yet Tacitus made clear, Germania was perilous, wild, and alien. Crossing the Rhine was more than a march, it was stepping into another world. Distance and logistics compounded the problem. Germania was remote, its lands of little apparent value, offering no riches to entice local rulers. Even so, Rome committed staggering resources. Tiberius's campaigns across the Weser in 4 AD deployed 3 legions, 3 cavalry aili, 9 auxiliary cohorts, over 27,000 men, nearly 4,000 horses, and 7,000 mules. Daily supply needs reached 56 tons of food and fodder. Armies could operate for barely 24 days before resupply became impossible. Roman power depended on logistics. Without them, campaigns collapsed. Germania demanded roads, forts, and garrisons stretching Rome's forces to the breaking point. Costs were astronomical. Conquest was impractical. The empire settled on the limites, a defensive line enabling mobile response, holding the frontier rather than extending it. Population and economy offered scant reward. Germania may have been denser than Roman accounts suggested, but its apparent lack of taxable resources made colonization unattractive. By contrast, Gaul and Hispania offered fertile lands and wealth. Roman efforts yielded minimal returns. Military setbacks reinforced this. Tribes were decentralized, autonomous, and unyielding. Unlike Gaul, Germania had no Alesia to capture. Rome's fortresses could not impose authority. Teutoburg Forest in 9 AD annihilated 3 legions, ending plans for permanent conquest. Germanicus recovered 2 eagles years later, but Arminius remained free, leaving Germania a persistent threat. Strategic overextension ensured the impossibility of conquest. The empire stretched over 7,500 kilometers, with 500,000 troops on its borders. Reinforcing Germania meant weakening the east, risking rebellion and financial collapse. Returns were marginal. The lands beyond the Rhine offered little compared to Parthia or Danubian territories, rich in trade, prestige, and political advantage. Cultural resistance sealed Rome's failure. Germanic law, ritual, and custom diverged sharply from Rome's. Names, scripts, legal processes, and military organization were alien. Integration required alliances, not conquest. Even when incorporated into the Roman army, Germanic peoples retained their culture, adopting Roman tools selectively while preserving their own. They would fight for Rome, but never become Rome. Throughout history, the Germans remained unbroken. Rome could not annihilate them, only contain them. Trade, diplomacy, and frontier patrols became the tools of control. Germania would not bow. It could only be held at a distance. More videos on the life and society of the ancient Romans are on the way. To ensure you don't miss that, make sure you are subscribed and have pressed the bell button to see it. Please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing. It helps immensely. Our patrons and YouTube members can watch more than 200+ exclusive videos. Join their ranks via the link in the description or by pressing the Join button under the video to watch these weekly videos. Learn about our schedule, get early access to our videos, access our private Discord, and much more. This is the Kings and Generals channel, and we will catch you on the next one. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.